someone's been shot in the stomach, there's 3 easy steps that you can take to save their lives before the EMTs arrive. Let me teach you. What's up, TikTok? It's Doc. The first step is safety. Before you treat somebody, move them to a safe space if the current situation is dangerous. Do not become another casualty because you attempt to treat them in a dangerous situation. Second step is to stabilize the patient. Anytime there's bullet penetrating trauma to the central mass of the body, it has likely caused an injury to the spinal cord. And movement of people with spinal injuries can compound and make the injury worse. We only want to move this person when it is absolutely necessary to do so for our or their safety. To keep them still, you can place their neck between your knees, or if they're lucid, instruct them to not move. We want to keep them stable. Step 3 is to stop the bleed. To expose the trauma, we're going to cut away their clothes. Once you've exposed the wound, we're going to use an absorbent material to control the bleed. This can be compressed gauze or one of these pads, but if you do not have any of this, which is the golden standard, you can use a t-shirt. Now, you could use the brand new Doc Combat March t-shirts, the link in my bio with Doc Combat for 10% off, but I'm going to show you how to use a gauze pad. The core method for controlling this bleed is going to be application of direct pressure. We cannot pack this wound since it is a cavity, so we need to apply direct pressure with our absorbent material to the face of the wound to contain the entrails and control the bleed. So I'm going to take my pad and To control this bleed, I'm going to take my absorbent material and apply it directly over the opening. I'm then going to apply direct pressure with one hand and continue to add gauze pads until the bleeding is under control. Once the bleeding is under control, you can continue holding pressure or apply an abdominal pad or an Israeli or a compression bandage to hold this and keep the bleeding under control. I would recommend you hold pressure until the ambulance arrives. One final thing to keep in mind is that if this person is immobilized on their back, there's a possibility that their airways may fill with blood, vomit, or another fluid. If this happens and they begin to have trouble breathing, you can roll their head or their top of their chest to the side to drain that fluid and allow them to breathe. It's good to keep them talking so you can assess that and know whether or not they're having trouble breathing, because if they can't breathe, they can't talk either. This has been the Doc. Remember, shooting gets you into trouble. Tactical combat casualty care gets you out of it. Doc, out. Hey, thanks for watching. One last thing here. I want to give a huge shout out to Jeff at Apex Predator Outfitters, guy who does all my t-shirts, all my merch, also does his own stuff, fantastic t-shirts as well as snapback hats and a whole bunch of other stuff. Incredibly comfortable. Go check it out. Link in my bio. Thanks. Doc, out.